Blackburn Rovers on the back of successive defeats here, of course, losing to Leeds United at Ewood Park. 2-0. Goodness gracious me. Not a great performance by any means by the referees. Who got it all wrong today as Rovers slipped down to 8th. As of right now, we could end up the day as low as 15th, depending on what goes on elsewhere, I think. Maybe in around those things. But a lot of magic will have to happen there, of course. A 2-0 loss, goals coming at you, all in the second half for Rovers. Actually, tell a lie. One was in the first half. Dan James with the breakaway goal, 27 minutes on the clock. That actually came after Rovers made some good work on their own end. But, of course, couldn't find the back of the net. Dan James, though, clinical when needed and put the ball in the back of the net. 1-0 it was, half-time. Second half, Jimmy's brother, Sinzinsko Somerville on the 75th minute. Another clinical chance put to bed by Leeds. Again, not having many efforts themselves. Of course, considerably less than Rovers. 8 shots for them on the day, 4 of them on target, 2 of them in the back of the net. Rovers, 12 shots, just 2 on target. Of course, the keeper had an easy day of it today. Rovers, though, slipping up in what has been a good week well, not really. It's been a good week in regards to personnel. We're getting the contracts signed by Pickering and Adam Wharton to secure their services for a longer term. But on the pitch, slipped up again against a team that are red hot to trot right now. 4 wins on the bout, or 4 wins out of 5 for Leeds right now, pushing just 4 points the difference between themselves and Ipswich, who I fear, they could eventually slip up, giving up a chance for Leeds to squeak in between themselves and Leicester. So, would I say Leeds deserved it? I don't think so. I think a draw probably would have been a fair result if we had been given the penalty that was I feel that we were robbed. It was a handball claim. There was 2 penalties actually. I think Leonard was manhandled towards the back end of the game, stood on, no penalty given. The other one was a handball, clear handball, which if VAR was there would probably given. And you know what? If you play it back yourselves, you've got to admit it was a definite shout. And who knows? Of course, if that was penalty was given, you have to convert it first. But I think if it's 1-1, the game ends a little differently, of course. But Rovers realistically just didn't take the chances, didn't make it count when it mattered, and make it back-to-back defeats. Of course, struggled against Sheffield Wednesday. Again, referee was at fault for a key part of the game. Also today, referee at fault for that penalty claim, which of course will not go, didn't go in our way. And of course the games just don't ladder up. Of course, next up for Rovers at Ewood on Tuesday is Bristol City, a team that is they could be above us by the time we play. They could be level on points actually with us if they were to win today or this weekend. So it could be a spicy encounter at Ewood, and that's on Tuesday. Then, of course, Sheffield, we go to Southampton next Saturday. Well, I'll be there. Of course, we're looking forward to a trip out to England, heading out there on Wednesday evening, touching down sometime Thursday. So we look forward to seeing Rovers in the flesh for the first time in a long, long time. But today, we were second best because look at the scoreline. We ain't going to deny that. And of course, the other game of the day, right here, right now, Sunderland coming out on top. It looks like 2-1 winners over West Brom, which of course does us a little bit of favours to keep the championship playoff hopes within touching distance. So of course, West Brom now on 32 points, Sunderland up to 30 points, Hull on 30 points, Rovers on 28 points, of course. But again, that's likely to all change a little bit before we go out again. So Rovers gotta dig deep, I think, to get out of this little soggy patch. Because we need to get a result on Tuesday before a tricky game against Southampton, which will follow up with another tricky game at home against Watford. So, if we could muster, 6 to 7 points over the next 3 games, I think we'll be very, very happy. But it could be a bit of a struggle for Rovers if we can't get the result on Tuesday. And of course, I'm going to hand that pressure all over to you, Pete. You're going to have to deal with it as Rovers try to get out of this little slump that we hit ourselves as we enter the month of December. Not been a great start for Rovers, of course, and a goalless affair for us today. No goal from Smodic. Of course, the first game in a long, long time that he hadn't scored, and he really didn't have much opportunity to find the back of the net. And again, I think it just emphasises the reliability that we have for him in front of goal. If he's not scoring, the chances are other people scoring are going to be limited as well. So is there any hope that we get a new striker or the chances of bringing in somebody in January? That it looks like that David Raya deal will go through for Arsenal. They will make that a permanent transaction in Jan, which hopefully will give us about 3 million, which we hope can then be pushed towards some sort of funds for a striker. But anyway, that's a lot of questions that need to be answered within the next month or so. But anyway, Rovers lose today at Ewood. It's not been a great venue for Rovers so far this season. Very much preferring to play on the road than we are at home, and we need to get that changed. There's a big couple of games coming at you, starting with Tuesday against Bristol City at Ewood Park. But anyway, 2-0 loss. Leeds continue to push up the table, and of course within striking distance now of the top two. Anyway, make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell, of course, and we'll catch you later for the next one.